What factors determine the value of an antique cameo? Are you curious about what makes an antique cameo truly valuable? Let's break down the key factors that collectors and experts look for when assessing these beautiful pieces. First off, the material plays a huge role in determining value. Cameos made from precious or semi-precious stones like sardonyx or agate are generally more sought after than those crafted from shell or coral. Shell cameos are quite common and usually less expensive, while stone cameos are rarer and more durable, which boosts their worth. Next, let's talk about craftsmanship and carving detail. The skill involved in creating the cameo is essential. High-quality pieces show fine details and a three-dimensional effect, making them look like tiny sculptures. The best cameos often depict realistic features inspired by classical art, such as Greek or Roman profiles. If the carving is overly ornate or lacks detail, it may not hold as much value. Another important factor is the subject matter and rarity. Female profiles are the most common, but cameos featuring men, children, or historical figures tend to be rarer and more desirable. Cameos depicting African American figures or unique motifs like mythical creatures can fetch higher prices. The direction the subject faces is also significant. For example, forward or left-facing profiles are less common than right-facing ones, making them more valuable. Size matters too. Larger cameos are often more valuable due to the increased difficulty in carving them and their visual impact as jewelry or art. Condition is critical as well. Antique cameos should be free from cracks, chips, or significant wear. Unlike some antiques where age adds character, damage usually lowers a cameo's value. Well-preserved pieces with minimal signs of wear are always preferred. Age and provenance also play a role. Older cameos, especially those from the 17th or 18th centuries, are generally more valuable, especially if their age can be verified. Provenance, or the documented history of a piece, can greatly enhance its value. Cameos linked to notable figures or events tend to command higher prices. Lastly, authenticity and origin are vital. Genuine antique cameos are typically hand-carved, often in Italy, where this art form has a rich history. The thickness and quality of the shell or stone, along with the carving style, can help differentiate authentic pieces from modern reproductions. Antique shells are usually thicker and less affected by pollution compared to newer ones. For collectors and antique enthusiasts, evaluating these factors requires careful inspection, sometimes with magnification. Holding the cameo up to light can reveal cracks or thinness in shell cameos. Examining the depth and realism of the carving helps assess craftsmanship. For high-value or rare pieces, seeking documentation and expert appraisal is recommended. In summary, the value of an antique cameo is influenced by material quality, craftsmanship, subject rarity, size, condition, age, provenance, and authenticity. Understanding these elements can help you make informed decisions in the world of antique hunting.